You are now listening to the smooth sensations and high vibrations of Alex, host of the best relationship channel on YouTube. Alex, drop them gems on us.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of the Elite Fleet. And I am here to toot my horn because an article just came out and it described to men the woman who has the least chance of divorcing you. The best woman to date, the best woman to marry, the best woman to find. Find a woman with these traits if you want a lasting relationship. Now statistical evidence. But guess what they described? The elite woman. That's right, the woman I always tell you is the best woman to date. The women that I always tell you guys are the best women to marry. The women that I always tell you guys how to vet for. The women that I train you guys on what you need to do as a man to become elite so that you can attract, maintain, and allow this woman to rest in her femininity so she continue to support you, nurture you, care for you, and feed into you. And healthily birth your children from her womb. Yeah, that's right. He is I and I am him. I described that man. And it was way before I seen this article. This article is not even that old. And really, if we're going to be technical, it's really not even about being the best woman to date. If we're going to be technical. Because really, these statistics is just about the people who are least likely to divorce you, period. Doesn't matter if you're male or female. I'm saying the perfect woman to date, right? Because there's really not that much of a difference in terms of the backgrounds between the elite man and the elite woman. But really, this is just the perfect people today, period, who don't get divorced. These are the traits of the people who do not get divorced. And what you're going to find is this elite women and this elite men. I'm just talking more from the elite male perspective because as of now, even though I do have about 30-35% female followers, it's still overwhelmingly 70 to 75% men. You know, so the female is about between 30 and 25. But really, ladies, you just reverse this and it works for you too. It works for everybody. I'm for everybody. But I'm not for the streets. Now, let me stop. I'm not really for everybody either anyway, because that could be taken the wrong way. But y'all get the point. Anyway, I just be knowing. He is I am him. I keep trying to tell y'all. I'm your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. Y'all wouldn't even believe how many YouTubers listen to me. And listen, y'all know I'm confident. I try not to be cocky, but I'm being cocky on this one. I'm tooting my horn because he is I and I am him. Listen, you guys gotta realize there's three things before I break down these statistics of the perfect woman to date, which is basically just the elite woman. But before I prove that I was right, as usual, guys gotta realize there's three things that separate me from every other content creator, especially in the relationship space, that y'all listen to. Okay? Number one, I don't shun anecdotal evidence. All right? I just know when to use it. So I do use my personal experience, the personal experience of my friends, family members, the places I've been. I've been all around the world, like 31 of the 50 states. I use all that information when I tell you guys how to move. But I also use statistical data to tell you guys how to move. Again, I don't shun anecdotal data, but I know sometimes you need to move off of the probability and statistics and the facts. I use that too, which is why people can't figure me out. You know what I'm saying? And three, and this is the real big key. This is the real big key that makes me different than any other content creator y'all listen to. The secret sauce, the reason I knew all this before the article even came out is because I am balanced. Balanced as in I'm a humanitarian. See, a lot of people, they want to be pro-black. There's not much difference between being pro-black and being a white supremacist. Just like there's not much difference between being pro-black, being a white supremacist, and being a feminist. There's not much difference between those three things. If you really look up the definition, right, you might not practice it this way. But if you look up the definitions, all of those are about advancing their group. Feminism is about advancing women, not people. White supremacy is about advancing white people, not people. Pro-black is about advancing black people, not people. I am a humanitarian. Y'all don't even hear people use that word. So humanitarians are about advancing humans, advancing human civilization, advancing the human society, looking out for all humans. I've always been like that. Now I'm going to call a spade, but I've always been this way. The other thing about me that leads into that balance that I talked to you about is the fact that I don't shun my femininity. Again, most dudes tell you be alpha all the time, which causes you guys to be overly masculine, which eliminates your ability to be able to connect with a woman on an emotional level, right? On a mental level, on a psychological level. And if you can't get her here, you never really got her. It's one of the few channels that'll still tell you that. The hell with money. You need this. You need to get her mentally. When you guys ask, how come women cook you home-cooked meals all the time? How come women pay to take you on expensive dates, okay? And all types of stuff that you get women to do for you, all right? How come they're so submissive to you? How come they helped you build your business, design your logos, and all this extra stuff? It's because I didn't shun my feminine side. I never did. I told you guys before, and I'll say it again, even though I hate the terms alpha and beta because they have homosexual origins, but we all have moments of alpha and beta. All of us. Just like women have moments of masculinity. As long as you're resting in your masculinity, you're good. But you never want to shun your femininity. Vice versa for the women. As long as you're resting in your femininity, you're good. But you never want to shun your masculinity, because then you're going to shun your ability to be able to connect properly to the opposite sex. So because I understand we all have moments of beta and alpha, because I don't completely shun my femininity, and I embrace it, it allows me to have a balance that a lot of you guys don't have, which is why I get submission and cooperation from a lot of women that you guys don't get. And that is the secret sauce that makes me, me. He is I and I am him. Alex, that Ninja Alex. Really go jigga, that ninja jigga. But y'all get the point. Anyways, I've been talking for enough. Let's talk about what the statistical data says the best woman to date or marry, the woman who is least likely to divorce you. Who is that woman? What's the traits of that woman? All right, let's get right into it. So here's the article right here. All right. First of all, the article says despite popular belief, over 65% of marriages never end in divorce. All right, now let me say this to you guys. A lot of you guys don't know this, because this is another thing that other content creators won't tell you. But I've told you guys before, which is there's a such thing as faulty logic. What is faulty logic, Alex? Faulty logic is when you use the numbers that benefit the argument you want to make, but you ignore the numbers that don't benefit the argument that you want to make. And that's what a lot of people use when they argue on these platforms. See, everyone wants to go and say, oh, the divorce rate is 50%. The divorce rate is 50%, which is not, it's 40%. But they fail to realize that when they quote that the divorce rate is 50%, it comes from, and I quote this, by the way, it comes from, and you can find this in the book Hollywood versus America. Shout out to Red Pill Examine. But anyway, it comes from that book where they state in 1981, the number of divorces in the United States hit an all-time record of 1.2 million. Marriages in that year totaled 2.4 million. So commentators eagerly jumped to the conclusion that half of marriages were bound to fail. Now let me ask you guys something. I just want y'all to use your basic logic. And this is why I say numbers do lie, and it's called faulty logic. All right? If 1 million people died this year, right? And 2 million babies were born this year, does that mean that the death rate is 50%? Does that mean you have a 50% chance of you knock a woman up, that baby's going to survive or not? No, that's not what that means. Because it's faulty logic. So the entire logic they used to come up with the argument that the divorce rate was 50% in the first place was a goddamn lie. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get into the statistics, okay? So, over 65% of marriages never end in divorce. Odds go up even more if both people are college educated. Now, who told y'all to stop shunning college educated women on the dating market? It was me, Barry. Y'all got me feeling like Eobard Thawne out here. It was me, Barry. I ran back in time at super speed and told y'all stop listening to these dudes when they say that nonsense. They'll tell you, oh, college educated people have the highest divorce rate. Cap, no they don't. Let me tell you something about college educated people. And I've told y'all this several times. Now I got the statistics finally to back me up. All right? College educated people especially when it comes to women. If they have shown you nothing else, they have shown you they can follow a direction, they can be disciplined, and they can stick to a plan. It is very hard to graduate from college. There's a bunch of distractions. You're away from your family for the first time. It is not an easy thing to do. So if someone could follow direction enough to graduate from college, this is a person you can trust in a relationship. This is a woman you can give your car, and she's probably not going to do anything stupid. All right, this is a woman you could probably expect to not splurge and things like that. And more importantly than all of that, most college-educated people go into corporate America, where in corporate America, it hurts your promotion prospects if you are not married. Because if you are not married, you're viewed as unstable. So most college-educated people have a value for marriage that most lower social economical people or non-college educated people do not have. All right? And again, I was one of the only ones telling y'all not to shun college-educated women when everyone else was. But let's keep going. Come from two-parent households. Who said that? He is I and I am him. He is I and I am him. I'm the one who told y'all. Try to avoid people who don't come from two-parent households. Literally, two of the rules that are in what is an elite woman, what type of situation does an elite woman in, is at the beginning of this. College educated, smart, a smart woman, right? 2, knows both her parents. Why is that so important? Not only will she be balanced in her masculinity and femininity, right? Not only will she be balanced in both, but she will have respect for men because she knows her father. He was an instrumental part in her life, and she loves him. She never have to worry about dealing with a man-hating woman when you're dealing with a woman who has a father in her life. I'm not going to say never as in literally, it could happen. But chances are, if you deal with a college-educated woman who has both her parents, she ain't going nowhere. Because guess what? She has both her parents. Chances are both her parents are married, and they didn't go anywhere. So she already knows what marriage looks like. She already understands there's going to be ups and downs. There will be ups and downs, smiles and frowns. Share with me. And this fairy tale we make believe. She already knows that. She know it ain't gonna be perfect. She know it ain't gonna be sweet all the time. And she's okay with that because she also knows the benefits, the beauty, and the rewards that come in being in a long-lasting, sustainable relationship. My God, I mean, this article is basically just what Alex told y'all in short form, right? Number 3, make over $100,000 a year. Who is the one who told y'all to stop shunning high-earning women? Oh, yeah, that was me. He is I and I am him. Alex, that Ninja Alex. I told y'all that. Everyone else out here telling y'all to date these broke biddies and try to control these broke biddies with your money. You cannot control broke women with money. First of all, broke women are coming into the game in survival mode. They've been broke their whole life. They was raised off of flaming hot Cheetos and ramen noodles, and you think you about to come through with your 6-figure salary, and because you got a 6-figure salary, they gonna kiss your ass. You got the game messed up. I keep telling y'all, low value women, the ratchet Rihannas, the trailer park Tracys, the leftover low main Luanns, right, and the refried beans Rachels, right, the low value women of all the 4 major races, they are not going to be submissive. They're not going to be nurturing. They're not going to be caring. All that was knocked out of them when they grew up broke. Now, in all cases, no, but in most cases, yes. You want a dainty, feminine, nurturing, caring woman who's in la la land. She's going to have grown up in money. Women who grew up poor probably were touched, all right? Probably were abused. They've been fighting all their life. All my life I had to fight. All the whole thing. And you think you're going to come in because you got some money and she ain't got nothing. I'm going to use this money to control her. This woman, let me tell you something. Nobody's more manipulative than a broke woman. She has to be. She's broke. So she didn't use a little bit of everything to get by. So she going to put in your ears what you need to hear. She's going to do what she needs to do, then she's going to switch up on your ass. That's cold. Nobody called more cold-blooded than a broke woman. She has to be. She broke. I keep telling you guys that. And you also got to understand this. You marry a broke chick, listen to these dudes, don't marry you a woman who has money because she won't be submissive. Listen, I told you guys, rather she's submissive or not depends on how she was raised, not how much money she has. And chances are she was more likely to be raised to actually cook from scratch by a mother who had enough money to buy real food. Broke women don't know how to make nothing that's not instant. But anyways, I told you guys before, you marry a broke ass woman, this is what's gonna happen. You gonna marry her broke ass, all right? If you get her pregnant, she keeping that baby. Why? Because she's broke and you have money, and that's child support. A check for 18 years. 18 years. Yeah, one of your kids got you for 18 years. 2, if you marry her, she's definitely gonna divorce you because she was not trained to be a wife. And she was not trained to be submissive or be under the thumb of a man or even really work with a man. She probably don't even like men because chances are she's a broke biddy. Her father wasn't there. That's probably part of the reason why she was a broke biddy. That's probably part of the reason why her family didn't earn 6 figures or more. Because even if both your parents are just average earners, you put both their salaries together, it's going to put you into 6 figures. So she definitely going to divorce you, buck at your system, and take half your stuff. At bare minimum, and I've said this before, you date a woman with money, you get her pregnant, she ain't getting no child support. She make just as much, if not more than you. You marry a woman with money, she divorce you, she ain't getting no alimony. Because she makes just as much, if not more than you. So you're eliminating risk. On top of the fact that she's less likely to leave you if you have money, because guess what? She didn't marry you for your money because she already has it. So if she has money already, she married you because she liked you, not because you was rich, you idiots. But no one's told y'all this but me. Everybody else, I keep telling y'all, a lot of these dudes y'all listen to on this app are telling y'all little bits of truth and a lot of lies because they don't really want y'all to get married. They don't want y'all to get in a relationship. They don't even want y'all to become bitches. Cause I know some of y'all just watch me because y'all want to get all the women. And that's fine. Listen, I ain't judging. But they don't even want y'all to do that. Because if y'all get all the women and you can be a player and you happy with that, if you can get in a relationship or if you can get married, whatever you want to call it, it's what you may call it, you no longer have a need for them. So they don't want that. I told y'all my goal is to get all of y'all where y'all want to be so y'all can get out of here. And send someone else here. Send your man who needs some help. You can go. You can come back and support. But my goal is to get you married, get you in a relationship, or get you to player status so that you can move forward. I don't want you. You should not still be needing relationship advice after watching this channel for at least 3 years. You should be good. You should be coming back to support, coming back for entertainment, or referring people over here. But most of these cats want to keep you in the same cycle so you can keep paying them for answers that they never going to give you because if they gave it to you, you wouldn't pay them no more.